Hello and welcome back to the Hiveswap Friendship Simulator. I'm NeaCat39 and oh boy, the newest drop, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Ugh. I need to get to Vikari and Zebra sometime, but honestly those two were true trolls that I was not looking forward to. But oh my god. Here we go. Anyway, sorry. I've had to get that out of the way, but armed with your fresh heaps of hard-won cultural knowledge, you continue on your journey. Troll life sure is complicated, not to mention troll romance. Oh, I think we could have learned a little bit more with Zabra, but I haven't played it yet, but I just felt like he would be a dickbag. You really aren't interested in getting into all of that. Your life is complicated enough, and adding an additional level of angst on top of that does not sound ideal. Friendship is about all you can handle right now. Okay, this one makes a little bit more sense in terms of everything, because, yeah, friendship is probably a lot easier to handle than romance. And boy, do you love to handle it. Okay, now you are pushing it too far. Just get your fingers all up in there and squish that shit. Hussy, is there any way you could have worded this? Is there any other way you could have worded this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Being completely honest, these guys, along with Sarava, cemented my love for the yellow blood. So the fact that it's a 2-for-1, fuck yeah. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shore of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough, but down here the streets get narrower, dingier, the buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. You mean everything on this planet? You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, empathetically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire, but this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills into the streets up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Oh, hello. This is new. We have Eris posters. You've recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of those guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. I feel like this might have something to do with Sabra. I need to go to him eventually. Just so I can laugh at this scene. Just so I can look at past me and go, yes. Yes, they do. But, oh well, I'll get to L word first. But first off, I need to get through the yellow bloods. My base. But the higher caste, everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. Ugh. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of bemusement and frustration, glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings on either side. Oh, this is new. Chill out, lol. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. That you intentionally take as long. What you intentionally take as one large, lumpy troll revolves on a second glance to two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. Oh, Frogvale is a girl. It's so cute. She's very cute. I love her. And Cuprum, I love him. The girl is clinging to the boy's back, like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They're both skinny and stringy, and damn, you thought that smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. I mean, one of her things was hasn't showered in a week, so it makes sense. Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives. Walking out of their hives. Straight into our trap. Idiots never see it coming. You ask if they mean the trolls out in the streets. Probably you should just mind your own business, but then when the fuck have you ever done that before? Honestly, yes. When have I ever not done that before in this game? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked for once. You kind of want to join in on the mocking. Who the fuck are you? Where do you come from? A trash creature! Born out of trash! Oh my god, I love you two. You're gremlins. Oh, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone. Kind of like Palipa had been with murder. Yeah, probably. We're just gonna save as a just to be safe. Yeah, I'll save at the older one. Right here. They keep sniggering. You can't help thinking you are being called out. Okay. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm honestly feeling like this is just a coin flip at this moment. Do I stick up for myself? Or do I take it lying down? I'll see what I can do. Because I'm curious. You put it to them offhandedly that perhaps it is they who are the trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder. Cuprum, check out the badass we got here. My MFW freaky cullbait Nerdlord talks back. Nerdlord talks back. Why don't you run and cry about it? Yeah, go tell your Lucius on us. The girl tugs on the boy's hair and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird, stumbling gait. And they're out. They leave you all on your lonesome, fresh friendship opportunities withered on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming. It's for the best. I mean, at least we stuck up for ourselves. Let's try that again. Because why the hell not? By this point, I'm a glutton for punishment. Take it lying down. Well, let's lie down. Let's literally lie down. Huh. No, I thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you take to swallowing your protests Hey, that's pretty sexual. God damn it, Hussy, what are you thinking? Thanks, English language. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. Does the MS Paint guy not have parents? Hussy, what the hell are you doing to your child? You could argue that it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town, and since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll, and you'll really, really want more friends. You're an addict! Addiction is a powerful thing. Oh, thank you for finally pointing that out, oh my god. You admit that you don't have a Lucius, and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how essentially everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. Rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird, spidery face toward you. You should come hang out. Wait. What? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these two. Two friends for the price of one. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten, you asked. Cuprum hacked their palm-husked GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank, if a little mean-spirited. Fulkill stops yelling at Cuprum, yanking at Cuprum's hair, and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Cuprum. She gives his hair another yank, like it's reins, and he's her horse. Cuprum grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises his hand that cackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches, and your feet leave the pavement just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Cuprum lets you go, and you land hard enough on your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Fulkill's face. What you had initially taken as deep-set eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. It looks super creepy, and also super painful. Oh. She literally has no eyes, what the hell? Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, so what? You think I would have I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon. He keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually oh, he's literally saying LOL. I am an idiot. It's actually a hell of a power play. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before? You have, but you aren't sure if Sarava counts. They're an internet celebrity, for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other one wasn't lost to void rot, whatever the hell that is. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Cuprum. He's some sort of combination of steed and seeing eye dog. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look up on Goraggle. Gorgle. It's Google. Jesus Christ. Yes. I mean, it means I'm dying constantly. All the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense this isn't the time for fake deep fuckery. So that really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you are. What do you mean, why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like, what they think actually matters? LOL. Can't wait for Triza to take this one down into the cult fields for a little R&R. Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually. Rampage and rending! Ah. Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Triza. Oh, Triza rules. I love Triza. I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memories trying to figure out if you know what a Triza is or who. Triza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn... Oh. I guess I saved him automatically from my left. I just right-clicked by accident. Triza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. Yes. To get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Oh my god. Yeah. Come from, your kinks are showing. Wow. I don't even need to kink shame him. She already does it. Froggle, what? What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. Come, honey, there are so many wrong things I could say. You watch too much Eastern Alternian pornography. I am kink shaming you so hard right now. Why are we Moirails? Because I'm betting they are Moirails. It'll be way better than staying around with you. Always sucking me dry. This sure is something you're witnessing right here. It must be that black rom stuff Zebra had briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they got going on there. Because everyone knows there's nothing to people in a lover's spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically, at least physically. Vocal stays clinging to Cupram's back. Wrong again, fuckbulge. We're pale. So pale. Oh, pale. That sounds nice. That's the nice one, the petting one, where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex. What? You got something to say? Why do I like doing making up voices for these two? Oh, good thing I saved. Seems like they both take shit from each other, but also give shit out. I'm just winging this. Right! Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends, but it's also not cool to nag your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of min, um, that word. That word. For just how little you know about everything. You don't know what that means. YDKWTM. I said that all in one go. You'll workshop it. Well, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak. But okay. I wonder what kind of people Cuprum has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point you're, what, dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too. You're getting the vapors at just the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out Cuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody is fucking surprised. You point out very respectfully that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you have learned about Alternia up to now. Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, okay. As long as you weren't the one dead or crying. None of the Highbloods look too close to doing either, though. They are standing in a clump in the center of the street. Nervous, but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They have been lured into the slums by greasy nerds, but Flocule and Cuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blue ones, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clip, is standing a little apart from the group, fiercely texting. The fuck when TWF I don't get lingo anymore. Oh god, I'm old. When dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You're not sure what's going on. Yeah, whatever. Still not great. Wiggler is calling the damn drones. Usually Highbloods won't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit Lowbloods got one over on them. When you get owned. Fucking own it! That could go on a t-shirt. Flocula and Cuprum seem bummed that their prank is going to end so fast with so little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes an assault. Overhead there's a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for our landing out on the street. Holy shit. You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You're confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it would be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect, you don't have any of those things either. You start on the trash pile again. This time, two pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be before another one arrives. Look at Crumpley like you're crazy. Well, Crumpley looks at you. Fickle kind of looks off over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped? You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they got a death wish. Ugh, this damn hemospectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit down and explain exactly how all of this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time or hitting on you. It just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Yeah, sometimes they do. Well, no, they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable. You hang back as all the blue bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the blue bloods down here, Local and Couple had watched it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Makes sense. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Cuprum picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own and fight no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends out on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. I'll say. Cuprum said they were calling the drones, but a bus came and said, maybe calling the drones can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be to report a robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing paths of giant footsteps. Fuck. Time to go. Buckle wraps arms more securely around Cuprum, and he takes off. Like, literally takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom. The kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering an inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. The familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your gut. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know how much about physics. Yidacam. But it's pretty damn impressive. The three of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you are too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. Oh shit. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinnier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers. It's focused on 3 instead of someone else. You, Flucklo, and Cuprum make a similar noise. It goes a little like... The smash at the end comes from Cuprum picking all 3 of you up with his brain and tossing you just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into craggy, smoking chunks. You tumble feet over ass into the alley wall. A considering pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you're just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is Fluckle. The blast rips her off Cuprum and sends her to the opposite direction against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball, like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh fuck. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cuprum's, and surprise, it did! It moves all together too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of a lot of video games where moments like those. Yeah. And, dude, video games lie. Often. Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends, and now you're gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing? Are they even robots? They kind of look organic, but so do, like, the couches here? But you digress. It's gonna kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street, its big, ugly head towards Focal. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more colorable than you are? Alternia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps towards her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout and make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds into an uncertain halt, its head slowly turns to you, and back to Focal. It can't make up its mind. Should you go for Void Rot or the noisy asshole? You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smack a trash can. Fuck. Luckily for once, you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Coprom doesn't screw around. He rised up a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on its big, ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem this thing has. Damn, Coprom! I like you. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Focal out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eye dies and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Coprom drops like a rock before he's even out of the air and he's on his way to Focal. He shoves you out of the way. Flo, you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck? Flo. Focal buries her face in Coprom's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird: respiratory sacs, breathe glands, sucks finchers. I'm fine. Idiots. You had a snide comment all ready to go, concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them, but sitting here watching Coprom hold Focal like he never wants to let her go, well, all your snidiness drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit. Both are here and back home. Both here and back home. Hey. You okay, dork? Yeah, you really are. Thanks to them. Yeah! Second time's the charm. I love them. They're adorable Moirails. I love them. That was fun. Alright, so that was more of my yellow blood faves. Next time I'm gonna do L word, and then I'm gonna coin flip cut between Vikari and Zabra. Honestly, I almost hope I get Vikari because well, from what little I've heard, the guy sounds like a sweetheart, so yeah. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great rest of your day. MeaCat39, signing off.